The end has come. That's right, it's time for the final boss. This is the only new part of Loop 2, everything else is pretty much just a retread with additional bullets and a much higher difficulty level. But this is completely new. So before we get into that, we have to get a little bit of storyline here, some exposition, which is completely filled with English, because it wouldn't be a really low story game without English, you know. These shooters are just fucking full of it. So here it is, the final boss. Yeah, this game is really appropriately named considering what you fight at the end. It's a giant fucking pissed off bee. So first we have these three-part dodges. You kind of want to dodge the bullets that come down, then go through the two sort of circular patterns that loop around. No big deal. This one, yeah, just get between the shots, and then after you're sort of in the clear, you want to pay attention to the ones that's kind of unfurling. The objective of this boss fight, you probably noticed that there's no health meter. What you want to do is take out the wings and the head. That's sort of the whole point. And as you take out body parts, the patterns get more crazy as it goes on. This right here, it's kind of a largely random thing, I think, with homing shots coming down at you. You actually can make it a bit easier by taking out the ones that shoot off the homing patterns, the pink ones. But yeah, it's still the hardest pattern, in my opinion. And it wouldn't be a B boss without some kind of stinger attack. Pretty easy to dodge through. It's a lot easier than it looks, really, because the bullets kind of move in like lines and clusters. Yeah. So really, you just want to keep like hosing down the wings. And yeah, I came into this with 1 life and like 3 bombs, so that's pretty fucking rough. Like, normally I'd want at least 2 lives and quite a few bombs in order to get through this. This is kind of like climbing Mount Everest with a broken leg or something. Good God. I'm surprised things went even close to as well as they did over the course of this fight. And of course, it repeats patterns. It stops doing certain patterns after you take off certain body parts. And the legs are really just there for show. You could blow those off, but it doesn't really do anything. I really fucking hate this pattern. It's like my least favorite of all the end boss patterns. It just fucking sucks. And after you take out the wings, it kind of directs you to take out the head. That was like a new pattern right there, but I didn't really get the chance to show it because I just wanted to take out the boss. Fuck it. It's not like it's that hard to dodge through anyway. You'll figure it out. And it wouldn't be a final boss without changing forms. Here we have a much smaller, much more mobile, and much more difficult version of the boss. Starting out with a random pattern, just simple dodging, nothing difficult. Here it shoots out those little bombs that explode, and they shoot off like a spread of 3 or 4 shots. You just want to look for gaps and go for those. It's pretty simple. It's really easy to fuck it up though, so just giving you some warning. And this one right here, kind of a large spread shot with kind of a path that you have to find your way through. You can actually get in and out of the path. Like, the best method is probably to stay inside those bullets, but I don't go for that sometimes. Finding your way through paths is kind of like the gimmick of this boss, if I had to give it one. Because right here you're seeing another one, which is largely the same. Really simple. The only hard part is going between the streams, and as long as you don't get like completely hypnotized by how quickly those bullets are coming out, you'll be able to spot the gaps and go through those. You kind of want to focus in on like a really small area around your ship when you want to do like certain moves, because if there's too much stuff on screen, you can kind of get distracted easily. So just a kind of a pointer. And after it gets down to about half health, it brings out the last pattern. You probably recognize the bullets a little bit here because these get used in quite a few games, similar looking ones. It's just, you know, a bunch of bullets all over the place. It seems to be, you know, largely patterned the most part. I think there is a bit of randomness to it. I'm not sure, but yeah. Really just want to stay in like the clear. And it takes me out. I'm like freaking the fuck out here. By the way, if you're invincible, so is the boss. So if you die, it's invincible for a while you are, and if you use bombs, it's also invincible. So I'm not actually trying to take it out with bombs here. What I'm trying to do is clear the screen of bullets, and then use the couple seconds it takes before it, like, well, a couple split seconds really, it takes before it fills up with bullets again, to sort of do some damage. And that was sort of the trick I was going for there. Even though it is invincible to bombs, they do have their use in that fight. So there it is. That's the absolute end boss gone. Fuck you, Hibachi, I believe was the name of that guy. His problem is that he's like extremely mobile and really small, so it's hard to shoot him. He has about the same amount of health as any other boss, but because it's hard to hit him, and because he moves so fast, it's really fucking annoying to deal with him. And here's the ending. Okay, I guess it actually did make it clear that they were mechanized. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. By this point I was like, holy fuck, I actually did that shit. By the way, I'm not sure if I mentioned it, he's referring to that giant bee thing, which is also apparently the guy who was talking to him, and it's also the name of the group they work for or something, I don't know. And once again, there's a fuckload of English all over the place, just, you know, really, really lousy translations. I like his idea of how this works out, you know. Overpopulation? Not anymore, I fucking killed everybody. Arms races? Nope, I blew up pretty much every weapon on the planet. Pollution? Well, that's not going to be a problem anymore because everybody's fucking dead. Just, holy fuck, this logic is goddamn. So, yeah, that's the end of the game. End credits. I'm kind of a fan of this game and this sort of genre of games. So I thought this would probably be a good one to do because it's probably not like hugely known, and I don't really see a whole lot of LPs going around. It's pretty good gameplay wise, and graphically it's probably one of the better games. I mean, considering how old it is, it still looks pretty great even today. The soundtrack's kind of a bit too samey for me. I kind of like more variety out of that, but you know, it works. It's alright. And, you know, it's extremely fast-paced, like, incredibly so. But, you know, I like it, and it could be pretty good practice because you get as many continues and stuff as you want, so it could be something that could be alright to play around with. Probably not one I'd recommend, but there you have it. So, that's the game.
Game over.
Fuck you all and good night.